How are you, Neepa?
I'm fine, sir.
You are a local Delhi girl.
Thank you, sir.
Hmm? You coming from home just now, the office.
Yes, sir.
How are you feeling coming for the interview?
Sir, a little jittery, but
You've done this before?
excited. Yes, sir.
Lots of mocks?
Sir, only two.
Only two.
Right.
You are a brilliant student. You did very well in your MCom, your BCom honors, your company secretary, all the things. And why then you had to appear for 5 times for this examination?
Sir, I think what UPSC demands, it has taught me in phases.
Okay.
So one thing that I could never learn in my academic career was the acceptance of hardships and failures. So this is my 5th attempt, sir, and I could learn that kind of acceptance through UPSC. It took me a little more time, but I think I'm here today, and that is all the more reason that I persevere. So, sir, I think my hard work and my perseverance has brought me here. And
Do I sense a sense of sarcasm in your answer?
no, sir. Sir, it was not meant to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
But, sir, yes, it requires a lot of hard work, and this is something I learned through the journey.
You are working for PI Industries at the moment?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no, sir, not for PI.
This
industry.
you've given up.
Yes.
All right. There is a chemical company. What do they do?
So they are based in agrochemicals and custom synthesis and manufacturing. And they also have this business wherein they take licenses for certain pesticides in India for foreign companies. So predominantly their partners are from Japan at the moment.
So what were you doing there?
Sir, I was engaged as a company secretary trainee, sir. As a part of my curriculum, it was mandated that I undergo a 15-month training, and that was the reason I was associated.
You don't like that job at all? Company secretary is a pretty good job. I
Yes,
thought.
sir. Sir, definitely, it's a very good job, and I think like civil servants, they are also the conscience keeper. It's just the difference is the fact that they work for the company and the civil servants work for the country. So I think that was a very good job, sir. But I think I wanted more diversity and scale, and I feel that being blessed with such kind of education and all the facilities, I think I should want to reciprocate through service to the society.
You've been working as a content writer.
Yes, sir.
What content you write?
Sir, I was basically involved in economics content. This was for UPSC preparation platforms. One of them was a startup. The other one is a private coaching institute. So, sir, just to keep myself financially sound and stable, I took up
You're
those
still
jobs.
doing it?
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
Sir, I'm engaged as the academic coach in one of the coaching
They
institutes.
give you more satisfaction than the job of the company secretary?
To a certain extent, yes, sir, because they have more of cooperation and interaction with students. So there is the cooperation and interaction part with students, which I really enjoy because I can mentor them. Whatever I have learned through 5 years and through the journey, I think I can tell them that, and that gives me a lot more satisfaction, sir.
Okay. Recently somebody made a statement. India is the only bright spot in a gloomy world.
Yes, sir.
Would you please expand it?
Sir, as far as I can recollect, I think it's in the in terms of our economic growth. So even today, the IMF World Economic Outlook has been revised, and it has shown that India would be the only country which would sustain growth. So although the fears of impending recession have been done away with, but we'll see the growth bottoming out in 2023. But India will have a very resilient growth, that is 6 to 6.8%. So I think on the economic front, this can be the reason. And sir, that is also, I think, on the international relations front, wherein India...
Let's stretch the economic front a little bit more, please.
Yes, sir. So, sir, I think our resilient supply chains and our resilient, the fact that we could recover from the COVID through our vaccine initiatives, and we believe in Vasudev Kutumbakam, and the reason that we are thinking of the entire world when we are the mediator and the voice of the global south.
Why do you bring in Vasudev Kutumbakam?
Sir, I think that stands on an economic front as well, because India is helping our neighbors.
We have a society where people are discriminated on the basis of caste, on the basis of gender,
Yes, sir.
and we have always discriminated. We don't eat with people on the same table,
Right, sir.
and yet we want to be called. We claim to be, the progenitors of Vasudev Kutumbakam. Isn't it ironic?
Sir, to a certain extent, all those instances are there. There is some truth in that. But comparing our values, the Indian values, with the other countries, I think there might be certain domestic flaws in our society. But I think on
Please. Just tell me what are Indian values?
Sir, Indian values, the first thing is that we are a very pluralistic society. So I think acceptance, religious tolerance is something that we can boast of. And sir, the other Indian value is, I think, taking each and every part and playing to our strengths. Like, for example, we have MSMEs to our advantages. So we do not believe in trickle-down approach. We believe in a very bottoms-up and a democratic approach, so to say, when it comes to politics and also, sir, in economics.
It sounded like sloganeering.
Sir, I think that is my perception of my country. Sir, I don't know if I'm too positive or maybe too idealistic.
Okay, well, let's compare Europe today
Yes, sir.
and India today, economic terms.
Yes, sir.
What is different here?
Sir, even though both the regions have been dependent on their energy needs, I think India is more, in the sense, straightforward when it comes to what our national interests entail. So, sir, on economic terms, I think even Europe is going through a great depression and, recession. But I think what they've done is that their economy is much more dependent on energy needs. And for India, I think we found alternatives that ways. So the inflation targets in
That
Europe.
means if Europe also starts buying Russian oil,
Yes, sir.
they would be back on their feet again?
Yes, sir. Sir, but then this would be the European hypocrisy, so to say, because they want to put in sanctions against Russia and then they are again buying the Russian oil. In that aspect, India stands true to its own ground and we care for our national interests.
Okay, Mr. Gautam Adani has suddenly fallen out of the top 10 richest list, suddenly. What happened?
Sir, there was a report by a German research firm, Hindenburg report, and it said,
Which country it belongs to?
USA.
sir, I'm not really sure, sir.
It's a US company.
US
Okay.
company, sir. So it said that the Adani group has been engaged in manipulation of its stocks and accounting frauds. In its report, it laid down about 88 questions. So that kind of jolted the entire stock market, because we knew that Adani Enterprises was over leveraged. But the Adani side is that this has maliciously come in the time where it was engaged in its follow-on public offer. So there are malicious intent for this.
What happened to that offer?
Sir, according to the recent reports, only 20% has been subscribed.
It is oversubscribed already.
Yes.
Today it is oversubscribed.
Okay, sir.
It is 1.5 oversubscribed.
Okay, sir.
Tell me something about Pakistan.
Sir, Pakistan is our neighbor, and as Mr. Jaishankar just mentioned, that like Pandavas couldn't choose their relatives, even India cannot choose and select their neighbors.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Neepa,
Yes, sir.
you are in Delhi.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what are the 3 services provided by Mohalla Clinic?
Sir, one of them is the general diagnostic services. The other one is, sir, antenatal services provided to pregnant women. And the third one is, sir, vaccination services that have been provided.
Okay. Again, Delhi gets flooded every year.
Yes, sir.
So there are some reasons for that.
Right, sir.
Connected with that is a concept of watershed. So how many watersheds are in Delhi and what are they?
Sir, I'm not aware of the total number of the watersheds. But sir, as a concept, watershed is an area which has similar kind of drainage patterns. So sir, as you mentioned about the flooding problem, this has been because of lack of stormwater drainage facilities and also lack of rainwater harvesting, which Delhi is trying to solve through its Master Plan 2041, where it has envisaged setting up of rainwater harvesting services and garden areas for buffers.
Okay. Tell me, have you heard the name ChatGPT?
Yes, sir.
So what is the impact of this ChatGPT or going to be impact of ChatGPT in education sector, particularly school education?
Sir, ChatGPT is a pre-trained generative AI wherein we can type in questions and it can provide answers. So, sir, in the education sector, it has been envisaged that ChatGPT might lead to students copying their homework or essays from ChatGPT itself and would lead to suppression of creativity. But, sir, I think we have to find a way around it. For example, sir, there is a technology called GPT-0, wherein it can detect whether the essays have been copied from ChatGPT or not. Also, sir, I think education sector can utilize this opportunity. Now that ChatGPT is in the scene, we need to move from rote-based learning to more inquiry-based learning. So I think we should incorporate ChatGPT in our curriculum and see how that works. And also teachers should encourage students to inquire about the same and create an inquiry, scientific inquiry in students.
But that inquiry-based education can be done without ChatGPT also?
Yes, sir. Sir, but ChatGPT has become a strategic reality now. So I think Indian education system
Which
needs
is the
to adopt.
software you told that you can detect plagiarism in
Sir,
ChatGPT?
GPT-0.
When did it arrive?
Sir, about 5-6 days after ChatGPT was launched. And sir, although I don't have any idea if it is available in India or not, but there is a possibility that it can be incorporated.
Okay. Uniform Civil Code
Yes, sir.
is there. Some of the state in Goa it has been already implemented,
Right, sir.
and there is a talk of implementation by other states and government of India like that.
Right, sir.
What's your opinion about it?
Sir, I think it's a idea in a right direction because one thing is that it actually empowers women. Certain personal laws have been in contradiction to women's rights, which could have been easily streamlined with the help of UCC.
For example, which law?
Sir, there have been laws in the, for example, the triple talaq, which has been
That
solved.
is already taken care of.
Yes, sir. So, but then there are other laws sir, I'm not able to recall the exact terminology, but there have been certain laws, sir. I'm not able to recall.
Anything in the property laws?
Yes, sir. Sir, equal inheritance have not been provided. The Hindu Succession Act deals with only the Hindu region and religion, and I think that could have been streamlined with UCC. But sir,
No, but other religion is there. It is not there. They don't give to the
sir,
female gender.
no, sir. I don't really think that there is there because in some of the religions there has been this issue. The personal
No,
laws
it is
have
not
been.
question of thinking. It is question of information. Whether you are aware of it.
Sir,
It is there in the Muslim law also,
okay, sir. Sir,
but
I'm
not
not
equal.
aware.
Not equal.
Yes, sir.
It divides differently to different people in
Right,
the
sir.
family.
Right, sir.
What about Christianity?
Sir, I'm not aware of the question, sir.
Secondly, there is no demand actually, and there are certain things which are in demand,
Right,
like
sir.
farmers are demanding MSP legal right,
Right, sir.
and this is not in demand, and government is taking suo moto. What is
Right,
the
sir.
point in when there is no demand for such a thing?
Sir, I think we all, as a welfare state, India also needs to think about those who do not have any voice when it comes to
No,
political.
if that is the case, then a women's reservation in parliament is pending for so long. They have not touched that.
Yes, sir. So, but I think, sir, groundwork needs to be done before actually.
Is there anything else more important to this that it has become the priority?
Sir, yes, there have been a lot of, but sir, I think parallelly also we can go for legislations which are welfare based.
No, we
So-
can go. There is no problem in
Yes,
that.
sir.
But which is more important? Reservation in parliament and assemblies for the women?
Right, sir. Sir, I don't think reservation would make much difference when the representation of women in political parties is lagging. So I think,
That
sir,
will automatically come. If they have to, by force, they have to put
Yes,
up
sir.
women candidates.
sir, but then that would be tokenism, sir.
You are putting a horse,
Yes.
cart before the horse.
Yes, sir. So, sir, I think this needs societal change, and I think women empowerment needs to come from the side of political parties, giving tickets to them.
But in panchayats, they could have done it. They have done it already.
Yes, sir. Sir, but
Why not in parliament?
sir, I think in panchayats we have local self-government, and that's the reason I think following the principle of subsidiarity, I think we need it there. But I think in the parliament, this reform can be internally brought out first, and then legislative action can be complemented with it.
It will never come without legislation.
Yes, sir.
Panchayat also, it never came without legislation.
Right, sir. So, but we can hope for first internal.
Okay, yoga is your hobby.
Yes, sir.
Last question about your hobby. What is the philosophy of the yoga?
Sir, yoga basically deals with the Purush and Prakriti. So, Purush is the consciousness of a human, and Prakriti is the false identities around it. So, yoga really means to create a discernment between the consciousness of a human and the false identity it creates. Also, sir, yoga is in Patanjali it is said yoga's chitti vritti nirodh. That means the endless cycles of the mind have to be controlled with yoga. So I think there yoga can help us.
No, that is the advantage of yoga.
Yes, sir.
What I wanted to know is the philosophy of yoga means metaphysics of yoga and epistemology of yoga.
Yes,
These
sir.
are the two branches.
Right,
So
sir.
what is epistemology of yoga?
Sir, I'm not aware of that.
Okay, thank you.
Neepa, what does your name signify?
Sir, Neepa is a flower. Krishna ji used to play his flute under a tree, that was the Kadam tree. So the flower of the Kadam tree is called Neepa.
Okay, you are a Delhiite.
Yes, sir.
Now, focus on 5 interesting aspects of the city.
Right, sir. Sir, so one of the aspect is that Delhi is a very cosmopolitan city. It has a pluralistic mix of a lot of cultures. It brings both advantages and disadvantages. And sir, the other interesting aspect is that Delhi is a heritage city also. It is the most ancient city with the youngest population. And the third aspect is, sir, Delhi can boast both westernity, modernity, and being true to its roots. And the fourth aspect is, sir, Delhi can also boast about both having development, like we have a lot of industrial sectors in Delhi, and also, sir, care for the blue and green infrastructure, that is the environment and the water. And the last thing, sir, I think Delhi has a very unique governance structure, which although creates problems at some times, but I think, sir, that can help, and if we improve upon that, that can become a best practice for the world.
Okay. Now, you a little while ago you mentioned about a statement that emanated from our esteemed External Affairs Minister.
Yes, sir.
Now, he made a statement about the best diplomat in the world,
Yes,
who
sir.
has been the best diplomats, or 2, in fact he mentioned 2. Who are they?
Sir, firstly, he told about Krishna ji. He said that the way he encouraged and thought of everything when Arjun was in dilemma about the war, that is something that can be incorporated in a diplomat, to think from all the angles. Then the other person or he mentioned was Hanumanji. So he said that he was a very multi-talented diplomat because he was sent to communicate with Sitaji, but then just to show his power and just to show his assertiveness, he could actually burn down the Lanka. So I think there.
He was giving a message also, no?
Yes. Sir.
Okay. Now we'll come to some international developments.
Yes. Sir.
You know, G20 foreign ministers meetings will be held in India on 1st and 2nd of March.
Yes, sir.
What do you think will come out of it? And Russian foreign minister will be here also.
Right, sir. Sir, I think we can see some kind of collaboration when it comes to, so actually there have been 3 major agendas. So one of them is the supply chain resilience. So we can see some kind of collaboration there. Then the one is the escalated end to the war through peace and dialogue negotiations. Then the third front where we can see some kind of collaboration is the creation of adequate infrastructure for vaccines in response to the new COVID waves that have been generating. So, sir, I think G20 foreign ministers meet could eventually lead to more multilateralism and India's place in that multilateralism.
But there will be uncomfortable questions.
True, sir.
To the Russian foreign minister, no?
Right, sir.
So how will he deal with that?
Sir, I think we have to go about with the peace and dialogue negotiations. There will be something uncomfortable, but sir, it all depends upon the country's interests, how they perceive it. Even I don't think, sir, Russia also is leveraging the fact that it is going on for a war and the war is sustaining. So I think collaboration there could bring a negotiated end to the war.
Neepa, we'll come to our neighborhood now briefly. You know, some people, you know, observers, you know, they are there and they say that we have been too defensive vis-a-vis China.
Right, sir.
You know, we should probably confront them. What do you think of this school of thought?
Sir, that is true that we have not really been very aggressive. But being aggressive was never India's stand. Although we've changed our stand from being defensive to being assertive now.
By the way, Neepa, I didn't use the word aggressive. I'm just trying to confront them.
Yes, sir.
There's a little difference, no? Subtle difference.
Yes,
no?
sir.
Yeah.
Sir, so what we want actually is the de-escalation on the fronts that the China is opening. But sir, also we need to take care that we are also economically dependent for critical intermediaries through our supply chains on China, and that is the reason for widening trade deficit. So I think, sir, yes, we cannot be confrontationist at the moment, but yes, through channels and through ceasefire agreements and de-escalation, we can find a negotiated end.
Okay, my last question to you. Where do we stand in our race, you know, for a permanent seat in the Security Council?
Sir, I think India is very able and it can get a seat in the permanent council, and I think G20 will further cement that, the kind of leadership that it is offering. Also, sir, India is the largest democracy. We have been providing a lot of peacekeeping forces, the largest peacekeeping forces. We have a good defense infrastructure, and militarily also we are very capable. And sir, we have also played a role of mediator. Many a times we've played a role of mediator. So I think India is very well able to. But having said that, sir, I think the UNSC needs a broader reform, wherein we need to go beyond the permanent seat and we need to ensure representation even for backward countries of even Africa. So I think representation is what we need right now.
Neepa, but the question is who will bell the cat? You know.
Right, sir.
Thank you, Neepa.
Miss Neepa, you are from a very prestigious college, Shriram College of Commerce.
Yes, sir.
You tell me, how can Shriram College of Commerce be made more productive?
Right, sir. Sir, I think the college is doing very well when it comes to infrastructure and when it comes to the kind of faculty we have. But I think, sir, it has been in the recent times, it has been plagued by the college politics, so to say. And the recent introduction of common undergraduate entrance tests, that has also led to in the sense haphazard admission processes. So we've also seen that prior to CUET, the cutoffs went over 100%, and this created a kind of negative competition. So sir, I think admission processes could be more streamlined through CUET itself. And sir, I think more collaboration on the front of politics not being used as a weapon, but being used as a means of representation could actually make the college more superior in terms of its values.
So, overall, what did you say? Were you in favor of the new admission policy or you against it?
Sir, I think on certain aspects it provides a level playing field. Because colleges like Sri Ram College of Commerce always had a very high cutoff, which became unreasonable. But sir, I also feel that even CUET as an examination process is becoming a little disadvantageous for.
In what sense?
Sir, for example, it completely takes out the focus from board examinations and makes people prepare for the common tests.
But you haven't answered me. How can we be made more productive? You are talking about the admission process.
Yes, sir.
How can Sri Ram College of Commerce, such a prestigious college,
Yes, sir.
how can it be made more productive?
Sir, I think more tie-ups with the industry, because what we are seeing today is the.
All right. Let me move. Have you heard of Twitter?
Yes, sir.
Twitter has been in news over the last couple of months. What is this economic status?
Sir, I'm not.
Is it profitable, not profitable? Is it making money, not making money? Are you aware of that?
Sir, I'm not following that.
So tell me, why did Mr. Elon Musk buy Twitter?
Sir, the original proposition of Elon Musk was the fact that he wanted free speech. There were instances where Twitter had curbed free speech from various world leaders. So that was the main intention, sir. Sir, I'm not able to recall any other.
So you don't know much about
No,
this.
sir.
All right. Now, you have been also editor of your school magazine.
Yes, sir.
And you must have heard something about fake news.
Yes, sir.
It is in the news
Right,
nowadays.
sir.
What is the controversy?
So the controversy is that according to the IT rules, PIB, which is a branch of government, has been given the powers to challenge any news as fake news, and it can instruct the social media intermediaries to take that down, or else they will lose their intermediary immunity. So sir, on that, this has been the controversy because the PIB is a government arm and it might lead to government censorship.
So what can be done? Obviously, you must be
Yes, sir.
concerned about fake news. So what can be done?
Sir, I think although it's a step in the right direction to curb fake news, but the powers could have been given to an independent body. For example, sir, we have Press Council of India. The powers could have been given to that body. And I think, sir, PIB's main agenda
But
is.
Press Council of India deals with legacy media,
Yes, sir.
newspaper,
Yes, sir.
magazine.
Right, sir.
It has no expertise to deal with
True, sir.
social
Social
technology,
sir, yes,
social
sir.
media, Twitter, video.
True, sir. Sir, in that line, PIB also is a marketing agency of the government, so to say, that it creates an outreach. But to test the authenticity of the news, that might not be in the PIB's original objectives.
All right. Last question I'll ask you. Delhi is very infamous or famous for lack of safety for women.
Yes, sir.
Why do you think this is happening? In spite of all the effort of the police.
Right, sir. Sir, one of the reasons why this has been so, because as I just mentioned that Delhi is a cosmopolitan city, and I think the kind of migration that we see, so I think that there is a cultural shock, so to say. And the other thing is, sir, the other crimes that we are seeing, that is the acid attack and the rape victims, they are the crimes of passion. So I think there has been a lack in curriculum, wherein we have not been able to teach students about general
So
consent.
you are focusing everything on migrants. Do you think the migrants are the problem?
Sir, they are a part of the problem, but one other factor that we can consider is that since Delhi is a very westernized country, so there has been increase in reporting also, which might not be noticed in other cities. So because we have FIRs and we have a lot of reporting, so that is also the reason why there is huge crime rate in Delhi.
Okay, thank you.